Hello. Today, I'm going to be doing something a little bit different than I have done before. I'm going to go through some of the Pokemons that I really liked and then they got an evolution or they have gotten an evolution from the beginning, like some of them, and fixing them exactly like the things that I don't like about them. So, I'm just gonna jump into it, okay? First one is Ambipom. This little guy was an evolution of Apom who got really screwed up. Like, it's insane how ugly it looks now. There's a couple of things that I don't like, and I'm gonna say what they are. First of all, he got bangs all of a sudden, which I don't know why. He's a monkey. I don't think this suited him in any way. There's something about the nose that I also like and the position of the eyes. And the biggest thing is his fucking arms, dude. What is that? It's like three nipples. I don't think he can actually grab something. They don't look like they have joints to grab stuff with. So, this is the things that we're gonna focus on. I'm gonna remove the bangs, make it its usual head like pattern, I guess, like head form. I'm gonna add actual fingers to his arms, and I'm gonna try to do something with his nose. And this here is the final result. So I don't know if I would consider this like fixing the nose, but for me it looks better. I just turned it around and flipped it horizontally so it's matching the perspective. I feel like it's uh, better that way. I could have removed it, but I think his face would have remained very similar to what Apom is. I've given his fingers like structure. I wanted to do something special with them, but the more I tried, the uglier it turned out. So I kept them like this, removed the bangs, and actually made his eyes a little bit closer to each other so he doesn't look that dumb. And I think this is way better. I would say that removing the nose would make him look better, but I wanted to differentiate him from Apom. So that's what I got. Maybe write in the comments if you like it. You can also feel free to have screenshots of all of this Pokemon. Change them yourself, maybe add something, remove something. So we can have a discussion in the comments on how we can fix them. Also, if you want to do your own comics, uh, Pokemon designs, you can do it as well. And yeah, so let's move to the next one. So after Ambipom, the next thing I wanted to do is Sceptile. So I really didn't like Sceptile's evolution. He's the final form of the, I think, third generation starters. I don't remember what was the name of the pre-evolution. I'm gonna put it in the video. You're gonna see it in the screen right now. Because I really like the pre-evolution. It was this slick raptor kind of creature, and they did him like this. Which he's supposed to be fast, right? And he has this huge bulky tail, which is so against the fast design. So I'm gonna be changing that. Also, in the pre-evolution, he had actual leaves coming out of his hand, and now they're like part of the hand, which I think is just, for me, a lack of detail. They just removed something that was already there. or made it less like appealing, so I'm gonna be changing that as well. And the final two things is they removed the leaf on his head, and that was such a cool design, and it's just like evolving but backwards. And also his mouth, he seems like he doesn't have a jaw, not a good one at least, so I'm gonna be fixing that as well. And I think that's it. So okay, gets ready for the review, and this is it. This is the new Sceptile design. I think it looks better. I wanted to make his tail kind of similar to what it was, so now it has like this airplane kind of design. The leaf is back. I continued it from this separation of his head. I made him a little bit of a jawline. I fixed his eyes also because they were kind of droopy. Added a little bit of a detail on his eyes, this red streak, and made the leaves on his hand actual leaves. I kept the balls because I thought they were interesting enough, and now I think it looks way better. This is the Sceptile I would have wanted, but you know. Then again, if you want to add something to it, remove something to it, fix it in the design, you feel free to screenshot this, do the changes, maybe have a video of it. I don't know how we can communicate this. And yeah, or maybe have a suggestion. Maybe I can do a follow-up video of if anybody has suggestions on how to better them and or criticisms. Next up, we have Duot, but what was the Samurott? Okay, so I'm gonna be doing a Samurott. So I don't like one bit about this evolution. So I'm actually going to be doing a completely separate thing, not a fixing of Samurott, but another evolution of Duot altogether. And I'm gonna be talking about what I'm gonna change, and yeah, this is gonna be more like a Duot thing than a Samurott thing, because I don't like the Samurott. So reasons why. This whole idea was to do a samurai Pokemon out of Ashwat and shells and what was it called, a beaver? Not a beaver. I don't know the name of this creature in English. Just a quick Google check. Another. So it's an evolution of an otter into a samurai, I guess. I really liked his Ashwat form. I really like his Duat form, but the Samurott one is, like I said, I hate it. So I tweaked up a bit the Duat form to make it into an evolution. So I'm gonna review it and talk about what I've changed. And this is it. So this is the Samurott evolution. I could have made it a little bit more epic, but I'm tweaking. I'm not drawing it from the beginning. So changes. I made his whiskers a little bit rougher because he's a bigger samurai. I made him have armor out of the shells in his chest and on his shoulders. Also made him, because he had like this hairdo thingy, which was reminiscent of a samurai. I made him have like longer hair, making him more mature, making his eyes a little bit more mature like, and made him taller. That's basically it. This is probably not that good of a evolution because it doesn't change a lot, but I thought this was cool if you have in mind that I just tweaked the design of the Duat Pokemon. I'm gonna pass on to the next one again. If you have any suggestions, if you actually wanna do one of your own, you can link it in the comments as well. Next one is Fuozo. I loved Buizo, And then we got this thing, and it looks awful. I hate it so much. I'm a generation 4, like that was the Diamond Emperor one, right? So I'm a generation 4 guy. I loved that whole line, and I loved Buizo so much. I hope he's originates from generation 4. Actually, I don't know, but I think so. And when he evolved into this thing, it looked awful. So again, I'm gonna talk about the things that I don't like and what I've changed. So first of all, he looks kind of high, and those black things around his mouth, they were supposed to be whiskers or something. I hate them, so I'm gonna be removing that. His eye makeup I'm gonna remove. Maybe we can change it with some kind of a eyebrow or something. And the mouth, I don't like the mouth. And I think the floating thing is kind of cool, but I'm gonna change that as well. And now this is the review. This is the evolved form of Buizo, Floatzel. So, like I said, I kept his original floaty help thing. I also made, instead of him having like a huge floating, what is this called? The floaty thing. Wrap around his whole body. I made it the same and made two little ones like the kids have on his arms, that from where the fins protrude. Remove the eye makeup, like I said. Added this dot. I think it looks cool for his eyebrows. Also, changed his mouth into what it looked like in the show for Buizo. And I think this looks way better. And it's such a small change. But again, way better, in my opinion. Again, comments, do your thing. Next. Okay, this is gonna be the most uneventful one because I really like this design. Except for two things. It's Meowscarada. There's two things. I like this design, so I haven't changed much. There's two things I have changed, and they are, I hate the squiggly mouth on this Pokemon. I don't know why they kept. I guess it's the clown motif, but I don't like it. So I'm changing that. And also, I it's a cat Pokemon and they shortened his tail. That's the other thing. So the two things are, I'm going to give it an actual tail and fix them out. And this is the review. I think it looks awesome. Immediately fixes it, in my opinion. It's like so much better. The tail, it's not such a big deal, but the mouth for me was, I hated the mouth so much. And now I think it looks way cooler. So again, you can tell me if you like it, if you don't. Also, any suggestion, anything else? I thought about giving it actual claws, but this is fine for me. I also thought about, because I thought firstly of changing either the mask or the ears behind it. But when I change the mouth, I think it looks cool. So I left it. I think it's good. And yeah, that's it. That's the things I have done. That's the result. I hope you like it. You can comment. Actually, you can suggest if there's any other Pokemon I can try to do this with. And yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.